SALE, just seeing those four letters on a bright red tag can feel like a mini party, can't it? Whether it's 50% off, BOGO, or limited time only, a good discount has a strange power over us. It's like suddenly the rules of spending don't quite apply, our heart races a bit, and we think, I need to grab this deal before it's gone. If you've ever bought something only because it was on sale, perhaps a gadget now gathering dust or a dress still with tags on, you've experienced the seduction of sales. In today's episode, we're unpacking why discounts make us spend more, how retailers cleverly tickle our brains to open our wallets, and how we can get the bargains we love without the buyer's remorse. Our brain on bargains. Let's first peek inside our mind when we see a sale. Ever notice that little thrill when you realize you're about to get a good deal? That's a real chemical reaction. Your brain likely releasing a bit of dopamine, the feel-good hormone. It's the same little rush of happiness we get from things like eating chocolate or winning a game. In the context of shopping, psychologists call it the thrill of the hunt. We're essentially hunters, scanning for value. So when we find an item we want at 30% off, it feels like a victory, almost like we beat the system and saved resources. There's also something deeply satisfying about the idea that we're being financially responsible by saving money. Even if, ironically, we're spending money to do it. Think about the times you bragged to a friend. Guess how much I got these shoes for? They were on clearance for only $30, down from $80. That pride and excitement suggests that getting a bargain is a reward in itself. We value the deal sometimes even more than the item. In fact, studies have shown that the word sale can trigger a sense of urgency and happiness, almost like a Pavlovian response for shoppers. Our rational brain might normally weigh, do I need this? Is it worth the price? But throw a big discount in the mix and suddenly the calculation shifts to I'd be stupid not to buy it at this price. Take the word free, for example. It's the ultimate magic word. Economists have found that when something is offered for free, people will jump on it, even if the deal doesn't make logical sense. There's a famous example. If a store offers a deal where you can buy one chocolate and get another for free versus a deal where each chocolate is half price, the free offer often attracts more takers. Even though mathematically it's the same thing, our brains simply love the concept of getting something at no cost. It feels like pure win, zero loss. Retailers, of course, know very well how our minds react to a juicy sale, and they have a bag of tricks to maximize that excitement. Let's look at a few common ones you've definitely encountered. First, the limited time or flash sale. You know those emails that shout today only 40% off everything, or the countdown clocks and websites ticking down minutes until the sale ends. That's playing on urgency and FOMO, the fear of missing out. If we believe we only have a short window to act, we tend to panic a little. We picture ourselves tomorrow, full of regret that we missed a chance. So we rush to buy, often without the usual careful consideration. It's the same psychology that makes people line up overnight for Black Friday doorbusters, convinced that if they don't get in early, they'll miss a once-a-year opportunity even though, realistically, another sale is always around the corner. Next, consider buy one, get one deals, lovingly known as BOGOs. On the surface, who wouldn't want to get two for the price of one? BOGOs are great if you genuinely need to if something in one is effectively free, but how many times have we grabbed an extra item we didn't actually plan on buying, just because of the deal? If you went into a store intending to buy one t-shirt for $20 and come out with a second one that you're lukewarm about because it was free with the first, you still spent $20, maybe unnecessarily. BOGOs often trick us into increasing quantity. We tell ourselves it's justified because of the value. Retailers also use anchor pricing and markdown tactics. This is when you see a tag that says was $100, now $50. That $100 serves as an anchor in your mind. You think, wow, this was a $100 item. It must be good quality, and getting it for $50 is a steal. You're not alone. Most of us are heavily influenced by the first price we see, even if $50 is the normal fair price. Seeing that high original price makes the current one look amazing by comparison. Some stores even inflate an initial price just so they can put it on sale later and create that perception of a huge bargain. It's sneaky, but effective. We see 50% off and assume we're practically making money on the deal. And who could forget the charm of $19.99 versus $20? That 1 penny difference is as old as time in retail. Yet it still works. $19.99 feels psychologically cheaper because our brain registers 19 instead of 20. It's irrational. We know it's basically $20, but it still often tips the scale in making something seem more affordable. Then there's the theater of Black Friday, holiday sales. Massive markdowns, limited stock, people literally wrestling over discounted TVs and viral videos. It shows how an intense sale environment can make people act in ways they never normally would. Waking up at 4 a.m. to shop or buying items they didn't even plan for. The frenzy becomes an event in itself. The perception is everything is a great deal today, which lowers our guard. Similarly, online, events like Cyber Monday or Amazon Prime Day create a huge hype bubble where shoppers splurge on things because the deal was too good, sometimes without even comparing if it's truly the lowest price or if they actually needed the item beforehand. Now, aside from sales and signs, there's another powerful seduction: coupons and rewards. Who doesn't love a good coupon code? It's like a little gift from the shopping gods saying here's some free money toward your next purchase. Companies have mastered the art of dangling these. You might get a coupon in the mail or via email, $10 off your purchase of $50 or more. It feels like they're giving you $10. But there's a catch. You have to spend that $50 first. How many times have we added an extra item or two to our cart just to reach a threshold for a discount or free shipping? Maybe you were originally going to spend $40, but you spent $60 to use that $10 coupon. You saved $10, but spent $20 more than intended. The store still wins. Then there's loyalty cards and points. These are genius in hooking us into a cycle. For example, many drugstores or makeup stores have point systems. For every dollar you spend, you get points that eventually convert to a reward. We find ourselves sometimes buying from that store maybe at a slightly higher price because we want those points. It becomes a game. I'm only $15 away from a reward. I should buy something else to hit it. It's fun. And it does give back a bit, but it also keeps us spending primarily with them. The more we invest in a loyalty program, the more compelled we feel to keep going so as not to waste the progress. Extreme couponing is a hobby for some. You might have seen TV shows where people accumulate massive hauls of groceries for pennies. That's an edge case. But it shows how emotionally satisfying it can be to feel like you've beaten the store at its own game. Most of us won't go that far, but even using a single coupon brings a little thrill of victory. The cost of chasing deals. Now, let's talk about the downside. Because while a sale can save you money on a purchase you were going to make anyway, the real trick is that sales often convince us to spend on things we weren't going to buy. If you buy a $100 coat for $50 on sale, you might think I saved $50. But if you never needed the coat in the first place, you actually spent $50. So you're $50 poorer, not richer. It's obvious when phrased that way, but in the heat of the moment, we genuinely feel like we scored a win. This is sometimes called the false economy of sales. Shoppers will accumulate heaps of bargains and then wonder why their bank account is empty. The value of a deal only exists if you derive equal or greater value from the purchase. I'll fess up to a personal example. I once bought an extra set of fancy coffee mugs just because they were 60% off and adorable. Did I need more mugs? Absolutely not. My kitchen cabinet was already a game of porcelain Tetris. Sure enough, those sale mugs sat unused, and I eventually gave them away. The sale price enticed me to override my usual restraint. I'm guessing many of you can look in your closet or garage and find at least one item that made you say, but it was such a good deal, as justification. Even if it turned out not to be very useful, there's also the time and stress factor. Chasing deals can become a bit addictive. You might spend hours hunting for coupon codes, or buy things in bulk because they were on sale and now have clutter, or even waste like buying 5 jars of mustard because they were on sale, and then to expire unused. Retailers sometimes bank on consumers not using all that they buy, which is pure profit for them. So, how do we enjoy the fun of sales without falling into the trap of overspending? A good rule of thumb is to ask yourself, would I still want this item if it were full price right now? If the honest answer is no, you might be about to buy it just for the thrill of the bargain, not because you truly want or need it. Another strategy, make a list of things you are looking for before you shop sales. That way, when the big sale hits, you target what you actually need first rather than letting the sales dictate your shopping list. There's nothing wrong with being a deal hunter. In fact, it's financially smart to seek value for your money. Just remember that the real goal is to get things you use and love at a better price. Not to buy more things simply because they're on sale. With a little awareness, we can turn the tables and make sales work for us, not the other way around. Happy bargain hunting, savvy shoppers. May your deals be ever in your favor, and your unwanted impulse buys be few.